What's up, guys? This is TJ here at Down and Out Design. It's been a while. I've been pretty busy getting a lot of other things done. Seen that got a couple of questions about the product, and just wanted to make a video. Just I don't know, because they're fun and I like doing it, and it kind of helps me stay patient and keep track of what I'm doing. Right here I had this helmet, just a half shell. A buddy of mine gave it to me. It's going to be another business card type thing. Had something come to me in my sleep the other day, and I just thought it'd be a pretty cool idea and kind of try a few things, share my process a little bit. And anyway, this here is just regular half shell. I've already got it. It was already primered and prepped and ready to go, so all I did was basically just tape off the around the bottom here. This part came out pretty easy. Like I said, it's normally I wouldn't do that to a customer's helmet, but being this one is just for me or display purposes, it just came right out. So I took that out. But if you do have to mask off the inside, what you can do is you can take like a shopping bag or something that you like a plastic bag you get from Walmart or where that you put your groceries in. You take it and you put it in there up under let's see. You take it and you place it right here like this, and then you mask around the edges, and then you push it down inside there, and then boom, it's masked off. Really quick, just quick way to do it instead of having to tape off the whole thing. And it works if you have a stand. You can just put it on the stand right here, because it goes up in there. And if you tape off with a tape net underneath there, then you won't be able to put it on the stand. But I got a couple of coats on here, a couple of light coats of the Wicked Black, and I'm using my Pache Talon with the 0.6 with the fan tip. Works really good for this. Instead of having to work out the big guns, and I really don't have anything good for a big gun right now. They're both my guns are broke down. My Sharp Fine X needs a rebuild kit, and they're pretty expensive, so just kind of don't want to really spend any money on it right now. But I just take it and I let it cure for a few minutes. I put some light coats on there, like Terry Hill says. It's the hey, how you doing pass. Then I come in and I just make sure I get it good and heat set all over. And it's been sitting here for a few minutes, so this is just an extra precautionary measure. Just come in, and I don't have a heat gun, and a hair dryer works really well for me because I'm really heavy-handed in everything I do, so I'd end up burning the helmet with a heat gun. So this works just fine for me. So kind of warm to the touch, and then I just come in and just make some light passes with my Talon. It takes a little bit longer, but for me, I have to force myself to go slow by using things that aren't necessarily meant for what I'm using them for. But it helps me to go slow, and anything that helps slow me down is the way I do it, because I will try and rush things, and just because I'm so excited to get to the fun part of airbrushing. So I just make sure that I try to use my methods that slow me down purposely, and makes my painting a lot better. It's kind of like Cody Lundeen, or whatever his name is, on Dual Survival. He runs around barefoot because it makes him slow down. And whenever he said the reasoning behind that was to slow him down to keep him safe, and he wouldn't make near as many mistakes if he's moving slow. So I kind of took that to heart whenever I seen that, and it was, it applies to everything. So if you're not naturally patient, then it would stand to reason that you have to force yourself to slow down. But this here is just something I'm trying out, some new stuff. I want to make this look like broken glass, like maybe I'm going to have this black base and I'm going to come in with white, detail white, and I got a couple of different ways I'm thinking about doing it. I'm not really sure how I want to do it yet, but I want to make it look like bullets have struck the glass, like maybe it was a windshield. Kind of simple, but it's just, I think it'd be a really cool technique. I sat down and looked at Google and looked at a bunch of different images, even looked at a broken window around my house, but sketched out a few designs on some tracing paper, and I can't decide if I want to just draw it on here with a white Stabilo pencil and freehand it and get my sharp lines that way, just working really tight, or if I want to do some freehand masking and cut some loose paper mask or whatever, some transparency mask, and see if I can actually shoot through there and get my hard lines, and then come back and freehand it. Kind of just playing it by ear. But the cool thing about this Createx paint, the Wicked, or any line for that matter, is this right here, is being able to dry it and don't have to worry about all the fumes being toxic. I mean, it's not the best idea in the world to not work with a mask, but I'm making this video, so but it's kind of like breathing in dust. If you don't have any good ventilation, it's like breathing in dust. It's not toxic, but it's not that great for you either. So just something to keep in mind. Just want to make sure to let this flash over and get all the water out of it, or all the reducer out of it, let it dry. And that ought to be good because my hair dryer quit. But I still have some splotchiness. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's really some of the high spots it's still not perfectly level. Put one more paint. And this thing is really handy. I've had a lot of problems, and I even got in on a discussion that we had the other day. A fellow was having problems. He had his Chinese airbrushes, and he was doing just fine with them. And I mean, whatever works for you is fine. I mean, I don't discriminate against any airbrush. I've only owned Pache, and my first airbrush was a VL. This was my second brush, was the Talon. I'm an all-American guy, so I wanted to go all-American, but these brushes are good, but you got to fight them quite a bit. They're I think if in the future, I think these will be a force to be reckoned with, but as for now, I think that they sacrifice some quality for price. As far as the detail brush, even with the smallest tip, I can get some small stuff, but it's a pain. I've even modified mine a little bit, clipped a few springs off. I wouldn't really recommend that. Just trying different things, and then I bought the Iwatas, and man, there's no comparison. The quality, it was like night and day. But you pay for what you get. I believe that if you go and buy a wrench from Harbor Freight and you break it within a week of using it, and you only paid $3 for it, then same principle. You pay for what you get. But these are excellent workhorses.